Yo, what's up everyone? Bren here, and in this video I'll be covering the essentials of playing Luna. So, Luna is an interesting hero in the sense that she scales insanely well with glaives, and she can 5-man decently compared to most carries with the use of Lunar Blessing, which gives her entire team bonus damage. So, she can either rice and split push really hard, which is the style that I prefer to play, and the style that I'll be talking about mostly in this video, like maximizing your GPM, farming patterns, stuff like that. Or you can go around and play a more team-oriented style, like taking the tier 1 towers early, for example, and she's just versatile in that sense. The thing that fucks up Luna, though, guys, is heroes that can jump her and either burst her down or are mobile or survivable enough that she can't threaten counter kills. So heroes like Ursa, Huskar, Wraith King, Storm is annoying as well. Basically, these type of heroes completely destroy her. Um, yeah, so in this lane I will be playing Luna. I'll be with Oracle, and the nice thing about this type of lane, guys, is when you're playing Luna with the range support, it just makes Lunar Blessings so much more effective if they can just be at range and start hitting the enemy offlaner. So in this case, the Magnus. And the way that you actually want to be playing this type of lane is whenever your support goes on the enemy, you want to be kind of just maintaining like an aggressive stance. So I saw my Oracle was doing battle with the Magnus, so I walk up just to give him the aura. And even though I have to walk away from the creeps for a little bit, I didn't miss any creeps there, guys. But all I did was benefit my Oracle, just so we did that additional damage to the Magnus. And even though it's only 14 damage at level 1, it's still a big deal. If you can always get that on your support. So this lane should be pretty good if we play it correctly. Now right here, Magnus is getting really aggressive with the creeps. All of the enemy creeps are high in HP, so I'm not really too worried about missing too many. So I'm coming over here, playing aggressive, but he manages to get a really good deny off. It's still a pretty good trade for us, just because he has to TP back. He doesn't really have too much gold, and he's still a low level, so we pushed him out of the lane. Right here, I'm going to be attacking the range creep just to balance it. I do not want double range, guys. You always want to avoid situations where you have 2 range creeps. So if you have 2 range creeps and they're trading, prioritize denying your range creep instead of like even getting last hits, guys, because you do not want it to be pushing into the enemy offlaner. Yeah, it's really important to do that. The nice thing about this draft, guys, is they don't really have too much in terms of face rush. I mean, I guess they have the Magnus and the AM, but that's not nearly as bad as some other heroes. And Luna's really good if you have heroes on your own team that can like basically face rush and team fight really well. So we have the Brewmaster. He has a bunch of stuns. He has a lot of just bulkiness that the enemy team has to run through. We have Storm Spirit. He's very mobile. Just gets in everyone's face. Nyx is pretty good as well. And we even have an Oracle who's really defensive, so works pretty damn well with Luna. Now, Magnus is obviously mid, so I'm going to be buying my Bastion right here. And regarding the item build, guys, I actually, I went for the Ring Protection. Luna has pretty bad starting armor, even though she's an agility hero, so just getting the armor boost is really, really nice. And just being able to build into Bastion is also amazing, just because she's a pretty decent pusher, especially combined with your teammates. And just being able to get the Bastion ring armor aura on is really nice. And the mana region is obviously amazing too. And then I get the triple branch. You can go for 2 branches if you want. Her starting HP is really bad though, so I really do like going for the triple branch build still. Which I might make into a wand. It completely depends on the game, guys. If there's a lot of fighting, then I will build this into a wand. If not, then I will just say fuck it and I'll just sell them later. They basically did their job in the early game. So, right here, see guys, if you take a look at my positioning, I have boots now. So at this point, I'm fast enough that even with my shitty range, I can go up and beat the shit out of Magnus if he threatens, like last hits with just his melee auto attacks. So I'm going to completely deny him that chance. Like, sure, I can't deny him EXP on this hero, but I can deny him from actually getting last hits. Maintaining possession, like aggressive positioning like I am, guys, that just makes it easier for me to get denies in as well. So he's coming up a little bit. And I'm not playing too aggressively right here, just because there's an Oracle coming around. I don't want to scare him away. And yeah, he managed to get his root on. And the nice thing about Luna is she's really good in these type of engagements, just because she has better night vision from Luna Blessing. So we're just going to the trees, start hitting him. Oracle tanks the creeps right there. And right here, guys, this is really important too. And since I know that Magnus is a low level, he's level 3. He's coming back soon. That's why I denied those creeps right there, instead of letting them live and pushing it. If Magnus was a higher level and had a longer respawn timer, yeah, I would have activated my Bassi and started pushing and doing some damage to the tower. But since he's a low level, I'm just gonna value just keeping him there. So that's why I denied it back instead of going for a Bassi push. So it's important to like take notes, like mental notes of like the enemy offlaner's level, and making plays around that information. But he has bottom now, and obviously there were some creeps that were going to be pushing in the way, so I did turn on my Bassi and started doing some tower damage right there. And as you guys can see, I am banking quite a bit of gold, and you kind of have to make the decision in game what you want to be going for as your first item as Luna. The way I like to play her is pretty just farm oriented, as I said, and just a lot of split push to pressure the enemy. I think it's obviously a very strong style. Obviously I prefer that style with almost every hero, to be honest, guys, but it's really good with Luna, to be honest. Yeah, so I get the Helmet of the Dominator just to make sure that my farm is amazing once the mid game and the late game come. Almost always rush the Helmet of the Dominator. I see Techies right here. He's really slow, so I can potentially kill him. I'm gonna be popping my ultimate here just to maybe I can get like a mini stun right there. No, but he managed to get the deny off instead of waiting for one more tick. So that was a well-timed deny from him. I probably shouldn't have even went for that type of play, just because my ultimate's on cooldown now. And obviously there's a haste and Mirana on me. I did not know about that. So right over here, I'm going over the medium camp, trying to deny myself, but I end up going down to a Starfall. So that's unfortunate, but Storm's going to be able to get him. So that's actually not too bad of a trade. Like, Storm getting these kills is actually amazing. So almost 400 gold on the Storm. Yeah, that's really good. That is really good. Alright, so right here, I have my range creep bound to a hotkey, so whenever I see 50 seconds on the timer, I just tap to it quickly and just get the pull off. Like, pulling isn't hard, guys. The hard thing about doing it, though, is actually just reminding yourself to do it. That's the hard part. That's all it is, to be honest. So right here, I started attacking the easy camp, but that would have been inefficient for me to clear that and then come over to the wave, just because these lane creeps would have died before I even got over here to clear them. So I walk over here and forgo the small camp and just take out these creeps. I should not have pre-hit that catapult. I'm at the damage range where I could have let the tower hit it 3 times. But yeah, so 50 seconds again, I managed to get the pull off. So right here, see guys, I'm now at this point I want to start doing rotations and just doing more pressure. So I'm just gonna be auto attacking the creeps down. I'm not worried about creep equilibrium anymore or anything like that. So I push the lane. I'm just gonna come over here and do a jungle rotation. I also could have pressured the tower a little bit more, but I'm really not at the farm where I really want to be. So I just said fuck it in terms of doing tower damage, and I'm just coming over to the jungle and doing a rotation. So creep wave is here again. I'm just going to be pushing it out. Like, I took out the hard camp. I'm coming straight back to the lane, and I'm going to be clearing it again, guys. I'm just going to be auto-attacking as much as I can. I'm going to be efficient. And now, once again, at 50 seconds, as you guys can see, there's only two Ancients there, and that is because I actually missed stack previously. And I missed it because I pulled it up instead of to the left. But yeah, whenever you're on Dire and you're stacking, you can just always pull it to the left. It's a lot easier to stack. So yeah, there we have a triple stack now. So it's coming back mid. And obviously, guys, I can hear that there's a battle going on near me, but I can't really do too much. Like, by the time I walk over there, the battle's gonna be over, and I might be able to get a kill, but still, that's just like a low chance base, like a low probability based play. So why would I make that type of play? So instead, I'm just gonna be pushing the tower, doing whatever I can. So I see Bane kind of just running. Kind of, I don't understand what really happened there, guys. I think he might have gotten tunnel vision or some shit. That type of stuff happens. But yeah, that's some weird type of shit, guys. That just happened right there. Yeah, so I'm gonna be going into my treads next, and treads are amazing, guys. Definitely get them. Oh, and I don't know if I talked about this, but I did actually finish my full Aquila. I think just the stats it gives are just way too good to completely forgo it. Yeah, so as you guys can see as well, I'm not maxing Lucent Beam. Some games I do max Lucent Beam, but as I've been saying, I prefer to play just a heavy farm-oriented style. So I even have 3 in Moonglaive, only 2 in Lunar Blessing, and only 3 in Lucent Beam. And this is like a pretty good mix of just being able to dominate the laning stage early and being able to like put up a fight, and then being able to like to transition extremely fast into just a farmer build. But let's just say I was against a lineup that's like 5 manning really aggressively at our tier 1 towers. Sure, I'll max Lucent Beam because it's a good long range spell. You don't have to put yourself into too much risk to spam it, and obviously it makes your ultimate beams do more. Because this is your ultimate, your Eclipse's lunar beams are tied, or Lucent beams are tied to your Lucent beams level. So yeah, but I'm gonna be going into a Yasha now, and Yasha is obviously just amazing for the stats it gives. It gives you movement speed, it gives you a lot of decent amount of damage, gives you a bunch of attack speed. Really does help you to clear the ancient stacks as well. Like once you get treads, Dominator, and a Yasha, taking the stacks out is really really efficient in terms of your time. So as you guys can see right there as well, just the level 4 glaives coming into effect. Alright, so I managed to just push the lane in right there, so that's really good. Push the lane in, and I'm just gonna do more jungle rotations, guys. I'm staying on top of my stacking for the ancients, and I'm maintaining like an aggressive like positioning on the map, just so I can always keep their lane pushed in. I talk about this a lot, guys, but basically, even though I'm a hard carry, what I can do is I can constantly keep one lane pushed in, so someone has to be defending it. And in that sense, I'm kind of helping my team. Just because if my team takes a team fight, there's always going to have to be one hero from the enemy team that's missing, because they'll have to be defending from my split push pressure. So I have my Yasha, I have my Dominator, so I'm just going to stand back right on top of this hill, top of the stairs right here, guys, and just start attacking. And this is pretty nice. I actually just love doing this, guys. Stand right here and just glaving these ancients down. It was a pretty big stack as well, so this is going to net me a lot of gold. Looks like there's a battle going on across the map. I can't really do too much, so Storm dies. Got ganked. Yeah, I'm at 1600 gold again, guys. So completely massive. Now I'm going to be going into my... Just going straight into my Manta. Manta's amazing because it gives you more split push pressure, because your illusions actually do have Moonglaive, or they have yeah, they have Moonglaive. So that means that they do a lot of DPS, to be honest, to both creeps and heroes. So they can push the lane in extremely fast and you can usually just put on a lot of pressure that way. So what you can basically do is you can go to a lane, clear it, walk a little bit forward, pop your Manta, send it down the lane to get the next creep wave, and then you as your main hero can maybe go to another lane, push that out, or you can go to the jungle and just get more farm in. And the nice thing this game is, with a Manta, I'll be able to create confusion. on like the Bane, because Bane is a hero that has pretty bad cast animation. So if he's casting a spell, I can just pop the Manta, and he'll have to recast it. And not only that, but he'll have to figure out which one is the real one right away. And you guys can see right here, I'm taking chunks out of this fucking anti-mage. Like, he just has to back away. He's not having a good game at all. So right there, they are disrupting my stacking, but we managed to get a kill. So even though he managed to stop one stack, we got a kill for the techies. So say it's like an even trade. So, yeah, there's a battle going on, and my team is basically handling themselves pretty well. So just going to be pushing the lane out more, and just continuing with my farming. I think a mistake that a lot of people do is like when they get into these type of situations where they have the ability to actually control the game from a certain point onward, is they'll start like going around with their team and maybe taking like bad fights instead of actually just focusing on just split pushing and playing a more map focused game, which I think is just a more reliable style, to be honest. Yeah. So Magnus is coming off. Panda does have his ultimate though, so if there's an engagement that goes on, he'll be able to use my ultimate. But he uses his claps. He does not have enough mana. Bane is ulting him. I couldn't cancel the Bane ult just because of the Manta ult. And yeah, so AM and the Mirana came out of Invis and they just got popped. I have my Manta still. I still have my Manta off cooldown, so I popped my Manta right here just to get a lot more damage in. Start attacking him. He cleared the illusions really quickly, but they did get some bounces off. Yeah, it's pushing the tower right now. And the next thing I'm going to be going for is my Scotty. With this build, obviously guys, as you can see, I don't have magic immunity from the BKB. And I don't have that big of an HP pool, so just being able to get into Scotty is really amazing. Obviously I have the Manta as well, so the Scotty is also going to synergize with the Manta illusions, just because they're illusions, and the illusions only scale with your stats. So just getting more stat items is going to really boost their damage and survivability. It's a really good Oracle ult right there. Saved me probably. I might have died. I'm not sure though. It's coming back into the jungle. It's going to do more jungle clears. I'm not going to like sit around idly, guys. I'm just continuing with my farm. Going from place to place. Farm location to farm location in generally the shortest amount of time. So I did an entire jungle clear, and I'm still going to be able to get this lane of creeps. So really just an insane farmer, guys. And then there's another wave, and this is perfect just because the jungle just respawned completely. And see, guys, as I talked about before, I pushed that lane out, and then I pop my Manta illusions, and then I'm going to be able to get another wave. So I'm going to be able to get more farm, and there's going to be even more pressure that we're going to be able to put on. Just coming back into the jungle, doing more rotations.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
It's getting close to the stacking time, so I am over here. Like, my hero's moving. I don't need to be centered on my hero right now. Just focus on the stacking. I'm pretty close to my Scotty. I'm pretty sure at this point I was telling my team to just wait until I have my items, and we have a Roche. Yeah. So once I get my Scotty and my Manta, I mean the Scotty and the Aegis, I'm going to be extremely hard to actually take down, and it's going to be like a perfect time to maybe go for a high ground push. And this Luna's actually a pretty damn good high ground pusher, to be honest, with both the use of Manta and obviously Lunar Blessing, giving your entire team a bunch of damage. So good for team fighting and good for just hitting buildings. So you just use my main hero right there to stack it. And at this point I can clear it pretty fast. I have a pretty decent amount of stats. Pop my Manta to make it even faster. I'm not low on mana or anything, so let's use the activation on it. And now I have my Scotty. Even with the Scotty and the Manta, this hero just has such a low HP pool. Only a 1.9 strength gain and a really bad base HP, as I talked about. So my team is bottom, but I'm not really too worried. Like, if they go on me, guys, like, they need to use, like, they need to basically use their entire team to kill me. So even if I die once and then I come back and they kill me again, that probably means that my team is just going to be able to take the racks, or at least the tower, and do some damage to the racks. Most likely get it. So, but they're doing the correct play and they're splitting up against us. The Bane kind of just walked in again. I don't really understand what the Bane was doing this game, but yeah, that type of shit happens. But yeah, there's this fight going out. I spot my ultimate from afar. Probably a pretty bad ultimate, to be honest. Hit on the creeps, but I got a few bounces on the Magnus. I'm not really too worried about my ultimate, just throwing it out. At this stage, it doesn't really matter. The main focus of my hero is just going to be on my auto attacks. They're just taking these racks. And at this point, we're kind of just diving them. This game is definitely over, though, guys. There's no chance of them coming back. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you guys for watching. If you are not subscribed already, then please subscribe. I really would appreciate it. If you enjoyed the video, then remember to like it as well. Hopefully you guys found this useful. See you guys later.